Hello, my name is Lena Faulkner, and this is my Week 6 presentation. In overview, I will share the city's top 3 revenue sources, their percentage of total income, and if they are progressive or regressive. Upon looking at the ACFR, I located the city's statement of revenue, expenditures, and changes in fund balances. I highlighted the top 3, which are taxes, intergovernmental revenue, and charges for services. So when comparing this report to the city's report covering 10-year changes in fund balance totals, it revealed that these have been the top 3 revenue sources for the past 8 out of 10 years. Coolidge's overall top revenue source is from taxes, which makes up 38.6% of their total revenue. Taxes include sales, property, and franchise tax. Unlike most cities where property tax may bring in the highest dollar amount, in Coolidge, the sales tax are the most lucrative, bringing in $10.1 million. This is attributed to 2 reasons. The City of Coolidge's financial director notes in the ACFR that citizens continued to shop locally due to COVID-19, and the effects of online shopping and Wayfair legislation, the economic nexus that made out-of-state retailers liable to collect state and local sales tax from online shopping. So this sales tax is regressive since the amount stays the same regardless of the citizen's income status. Because of this flat rate across the board tax, it has a bigger burden on lower income individuals, and basically because the tax is taking more of their overall money. Intergovernmental revenue makes up 30.8% of the city's total revenue. These funds are from other government sources, such as state or federal, and they can be applied to schools, roadways, things like that. Now, in Coolidge specifically, they sought out grants to supplement necessary programming and equipment for housing and transportation needs, also funds for the city equipment and overtime for public safety. Over $700,000 of this revenue comes from the Salt River Project. So this is a payment that they send in lieu of property tax, as they are tax exempt since they are one of Arizona's major water utility companies. While I'm not exactly sure about this one, I would say for this revenue, I think it's proportional. Taxes are taken from various income levels in different ways by one government source, and then the funds are redistributed to, for example, the city of Coolidge for their programming. So you can't quite put a finger on how the tax was taken to begin with. The third source of revenue is for charges for services, and this makes up 20.9% of the city's total revenue. These funds come from fees, fines, and charges that are related to public safety, roadways, new housing developments, business-type activities such as, solid waste, liquid waste. So the city's financial director stated in the ACFR that a large amount of this area has increased, since last year, and it has come primarily from impact fees and permit fees related to the rapid growth and redevelopment and new development of housing. So this could be both, progressive and regressive, but in this case, it is mostly progressive, a progressive source of revenue. Standard fees or fines have a set dollar amount that all must pay, regardless of their income status. So that's the regressive part. But taking into consideration the large amount of this category is being funded by permits and impact fees for new developments, that is directly affecting the wealthy who can afford to come in and build these housing developments. So the poor, for example, is not paying anything in that regard. They're not doing that activity. They're not making housing developments. So they're not being affected by that. It's just a burden that's being put on the wealthy who's coming in and actually putting in these housing developments. And that is it. So thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and God bless.